So, when you look at the two players of Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic, there's so many similarities to their game, but also they're very different in their own ways. While one is more of an electrifying scorer who can use his gravity to find his teammates, and the other one is a passing savant who then uses the extraordinary fundamentals to dismantle defenses, they both are remarkable players that you can't go wrong with building a team around. Now I already know, most people just said to themselves, no, you can't build a team around Luka. He doesn't pass, he doesn't play winning basketball, he's the second coming to James Harden. And then I know some of you said, Jokic won a ring, but it was a petty ring. He's not really gonna win another one, it was too easy and blah 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 blah. You might say all of that, and although I can understand where some of you might come from, but they both bring a tremendous amount of value to their teams, and depending on what you value and how good you think you could structure a team around them, either pick wouldn't be bad. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Versus series, where we highlight two players and either break down their whole entire game, or we just look at a certain key aspect they possess, and based on your knowledge and the things we cover in this video, I want you all to pick a player that you would rather start to build your own team around. When we look at the career stats of the two stars in Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic, looking first at the big man Joker, he's averaged 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists per game, while converting 55% of his shots from the field and 34% from deep for a true shooting percentage of 63.2%. Now shifting over to Mr. Luka Magic, on his career, he's put up numbers of 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists, while knocking down 46% of his shots from the field and 34% from deep for a true shooting percentage of 58%. Now I know some of you guys care about the numbers a lot, and some of you really don't care for them nearly as much, but we must use them to have a base to work from, but from there, it's all about the eye test and how much a player moves the needle for their team. Now to kick it all off, let's flip a coin and wham! To kick it off, we're going to cover the one and only Luka Magic and how he chooses to dime up his teammates. Some might call him the Don, some might call him a wizard on the court, but regardless of what you want to call him, just don't call him average. Everything Luka does on the offensive end of the court is on the level of excellence as he makes the game look rather easy to him. When you watch Luka operate on the court, he's either cooking defenders with his size up into a deep ball, using his rather unique speed control on drives, or just deceiving the defense with his passes out of situations that you would think are impossible to get out of. If we just think about all the things he's done this year alone, it shows you just how difficult it is for defenses to figure him out, as you can't make any sudden mistakes or else he's bound to make you pay. Since his offense is so masterful, it makes defenses pay attention to him greatly, so with Exum open in his deep corner, Luka knows that the defense will shift if he passes it there, so he proceeds to jump in the air while looking at Exum. This makes the defense rotate down to take this pass away, but when you're dealing with such a great passer like Doncic, he's gonna be 2 steps ahead of you and dime it to Derrick Jones Jr. for him to go attack the rim and score the ball. Defenses can get so caught up in his threat to score that they'll tend to ball watch heavy just forgetting about their man, so when you see Jones Jr. roll off this screen, he's uncovered and wide open on his backside as not only 1, but 2, 3 Jazz defenders are locked in on Luka, and this is something you can't let happen as Doncic can just seamlessly lob it over the top. Trust me, it gets ridiculous with these passes as just when you think he's going to get into a floater after getting past the defense, Luka says, hey, I got a little trick in the bag. And wham! He sends this over to the opposite corner and Tim Hardaway knocks down the tough bucket. Yeah, these finds are simply beautiful and showcase how one can affect the game greatly directly off the gravity he possesses. But just because he can pass the ball in a way that makes us all go ooh and ah, that doesn't mean he's the only guy in the league that has beauty in his facilitating. When you analyze how Nikola Jokic finds his teammates on the floor, it's not mainly based off the gravity he possesses when it comes to scoring, but instead, it's his ability to play chess on the floor while everyone else plays checkers. When he comes off this screen, Paolo knows that Jokic likes to go over the top with these passes to Gordon, so he gets in the air on a pass fake, but Nikola already knew this would be the result, so immediately he audibles into a wraparound bounce pass, and it's on the money for Gordon to slam it through. It doesn't matter if defense want to swarm him to make him get it away quick, throw up different schemes at him, whatever it is. Jokic already knows where all his guys are on the floor, so once he receives the pass, it's nothing more than a simple yet elegant touch pass to one of his guys in the far corner for the wide open what? The money ball. For Jokic, this is truly the bread and butter of his game, as he finds joy in getting his teammates easy looks on the floor, and for the defense, they never know when he's gonna pass it because he's so deceptive on the court. There's honestly no way to stop him or throw him off his game when it comes to facilitating the rock, as Jokic can stay patient when operating on the floor, and since Brandon Ingram was ball watching heavy, he thinks his man is still in the corner, so when Jokic ball fakes, it makes him lunge out hard, and now Nikola can drop this off to Bron on the cut for the easy one in close. Setting up teammates is something both of these guys excel at, but they do so in different ways very slightly. One uses the gravity to lure defenders in to then dot his teammates up, and the other dissects the defense more so with his mind to make them pay for leaving any slight openings. When it comes to building a team around a player, of course you want a guy who can score in a frenzy and someone that the defense fears, but on the flip side of that, when you have a guy who can set the offense up and pick apart the opposing team with his court vision and IQ, it takes things to a whole nother level. Both Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic can pretty much score the ball whenever they like, whether it's Luka isoing out to create space for a jumper or being creative with his drives, or if it's Nikola Jokic using that amazing footwork in the post to cook defenders and then using that soft touch on the floaters to lay the defense to bed. But if they were merely just amazing scorers, then they would be lost in a bunch of high-level scorers throughout NBA history. The passing genes both of these guys have elevates their game to another level and separates them apart from most, and if you were to take one guy and build a team around them with their passing aspect that we covered, and then take what you know about them scoring, who would you choose to build your team around? Assuming you can pick any players you want to put around them, choose your decision wisely, as if you were the head of the front office. You don't want to go on a losing streak like the Pistons, but you'd rather be like Golden State and build a dynasty. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like before heading over to watch this Nikola Jokic analysis or the Luka Doncic analysis. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.